This video is sponsored by the Outcast Seal.
Feeling like a seed in the ground, nigga, all I wanna do is grow. But that shit going too slow. Niggas be doing the most. Can wait till I make it and glow. Now let me just switch up the flow, switch up the pace.
For those who recognize anime subtleties, you'll find a new appreciation for this piece. On top of that, each person will have a one-of-one staple piece added to their fit. Outcast Seal, out now. No reason to wait, go get yours now.
You could buy a chair. You could buy a chair, bro. Fuck out of here, bro. You could buy a chair.
I'm not trying to pay that much.
Hey, what do you?
It's like $300, but
bro, you can't put.
I'll put $300 into this, but I won't put into a chair.
A chair
until it like breaks, until it completely breaks.
Your shit is broken.
Nah, it works.
Bro, you saying some real black shit right now. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Yo, we're on Rival Energy. We just chilling in the room about to watch this video. Let's get to it.
Make sure you like and subscribe.
Yes.
My good friend's professional football player. I've heard him say this over and over. I don't know how I feel about him saying it. What do you feel about the phrase, give back, but don't go back?
We're going to talk about that.
Give back, but don't go back?
Give back, but don't go back. So actually, let's look at it. I'll let play a little bit more so you can see what he's saying.
That's totally incorrect.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you why. Giving back, okay, may provide some financial resources.
Yeah.
But going back provides an intangible psychological stimulation and motivation for the children to want to do better.
Yeah.
Your presence is infinitely more important than your profit.
Okay, so that's basically the argument. So what are your thoughts on that? Take a position on that.
Wait, all right, but I'm gonna be honest. So, I'm still.
Dr. Umar is saying that. So, like some people say, okay, I'll give back to the community, but I'm not going back to the community. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna live in the community. And what Dr. Umar is saying is no, you need to be there because they need to see you in the community so they can see your path as a viable option. What's your perspective on that?
Okay. I guess. All right, so this is what I'm thinking, right? So, being a physical presence there for other people to look up to you and see you, I can definitely say has a bigger impact than necessarily you living in a more wealthier community. Not to say, though, that you don't also live in a financially stable community at the same time, but you have more resources. But just because you have more resources in the community doesn't necessarily mean that will have a direct impact
on your community. You're saying
yes.
Okay, I would say he's worrying about the wrong children. So when I have kids, I'm worried about my kids. My kids are gonna be straight. It's not my job to worry about other people's families or other people. I'm worried about my family's families. I'm not worried about every other.
See, but I think that's
other person's family.
But I think that's a bigger conversation, right? That's a bigger conversation.
That's not my job. So.
I feel you. Listen, bro. I feel you.
Everyone else got worried about.
I feel you, but at the same time, I think about it like that's a bigger conversation in the sense people worry about. Let me talk about me. I'm worried about my family too. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm worried about my kids. Like, what am I doing for them? But I feel like you have to be aware at a certain level to then think outside of that and be like, okay, what are my actions? What actions can I do so that it helps?
But do you think every professional athlete is at that point? Not everyone's LeBron.
Oh, no, absolutely. No, listen. Absolutely. So I guess on a smaller level, I can give example, right?
Yeah, good.
So I'm financially stable to support myself. It's not to say that I couldn't implement a budget to give to charity monthly. See what I'm saying?
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying, but I think what he's saying is that what he's commenting out of is people's complaints where when people get out of the hood, and they make it a big deal either in music or in like in sports, and they completely are out of the community. And my thing is that people are complaining about that, but what did you have to do to get those people in that position? So like if I guarantee you that most of the people whose friends were with them when they were going to practice, when they weren't on the block, they were doing all these other things, the friends that were with them are still with them today. I feel like people are complaining about the fact that someone just came from your community, you didn't even really know them, you didn't really fuck with them or anything like that, and now they're successful and somehow you think you're owed that just by the fact that they are from the same spot you are, which I feel like you weren't even really interacting like that.
Here's what I also think about, right? Is reaction, like how a person will react.
Right.
When something bad happens, let's say at a certain location, let's get it down to relationships, right?
Okay.
You have a breakup at a restaurant, and it's bad, right? Your memory there, when you see that restaurant, that will pop up.
Yeah. Okay.
So you'll be less inclined to go there.
Okay, so you're saying that the reason people aren't going back is because they don't have fond memories of there. So
yeah, they might not. Yeah, they might, like you might not necessarily. Like, listen, I could talk about like. There's places that I've had bad experiences. I necessarily don't want to go back. I don't want to go back.
All right, so I guess that makes sense. People
you know what I'm saying?
They have bad place. They're in bad place. They're in a bad place then. They're either poor or they had issues there that people maybe they're beefing with or whatever it is. And they're not trying to. Why would you go back there if you're in a better spot in your life?
Yeah, like
okay, I can see.
And
that.
you quote unquote move on.
Yeah, and
you try to find a new location to reinvent yourself. That's like know what I'm saying. Yeah, something bad happens. Girl cuts her hair.
Yeah. Okay, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's keep it going.
Okay.
And then we turn around and blame the hip hop artists for being bad role models. Lil Wayne ain't supposed to be a role model.
Right.
Jeezy ain't supposed to be a role model.
Not at all.
The reason why they're role models
Yeah.
is because the real role models turn their backs on little black boys. See, 50 years ago, the dentist lived on the block. 60 years ago, the doctor lived on the block. The engineer lived on the block.
Right.
The electrician lived on the block.
Yeah.
Now they move out and they get mad at the rappers. The only reason why Lil Wayne is a role model is because the doctor, lawyer, dentist, and engineer ran to a white suburb and probably married a white woman.
We're gonna get into this. Okay, I don't think when he says there's no like people, I guess, educated people. This is basically how it works. If you have a job that's paying you doctor level money or engineer level money, white or black, you aren't living in the hood. This period. You're not living in a trailer park or the hood. You're not living in any poor sections. All the places where people have those jobs live in suburbs. So if you have that job, why would you be saying, I made this level of money, let me go live somewhere which is way below my means? Why would you do that? Like, you obviously want your kids to be living in the best place.
That's why
why would you be living? Why would you say, oh, well, I care more about potentially another black child seeing me as a doctor as I wave when we go to work, when you could actually change the life of 3 individual, or say you have 2 kids, 3 kids, 1 kid, actual life by moving them into a better situation where they have better opportunities. I think he's just talking this way. But what is your idea?
I think about oh my god. It's leaving my head. Damn. Bruh. Okay. Hold on. Why alright, so when you're living your life, right? When you go to college or when your goal is to better your life.
Yeah.
Whether that, like, I want to get a good job because I want to get paid so I can do such and such.
Yeah.
Right?
Okay.
I think for the doctor, right? His goal in life is to better our community. So that's why that's why he's talking on this. But an average person, bro,
Wait, when you say the doctor, you mean like the doctor that's moving out of the hood, or are you talking about Dr. Umar?
Dr. Umar.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Like, his goal is to better our community.
Okay.
To inform.
Okay.
And that's been his goal. a regular individual's goal is get a good job, get paid, and take care of your family.
All right, but then his argument would be that the problem is that people are not having that as the goal.
Yeah,
that's why it's not happening.
Yeah, but most people are not.
Okay, I can
thinking to that level. Like, you want to think to the level of, like, how can I better myself? Because you can't help nobody else until you're right.
But you're never when are you right? Like,
that is true.
There's a goal.
That is true.
Another goal.
Yeah, there's always, it's the mountain just keeps going. The mountain just keeps going.
But I think what it is there's this, why does it, they assume, or he's assuming, that there is a specific need for us to be. Yeah, so if you were not, your community is the people that you're interacting with. I don't think the people that are leaving the community and not contributing back to it in some way, they weren't that connected to the community in the first place. Otherwise, they would have that feeling as though, I want to help my friends out, I want to help other people I know. Because at the end of the day, your friends and things like that are who makes up your community. So I think he's talking about this, but I think he's talking about it in a general sense. But he's not making the difference that there's if you were in that mindset from the start, that's what you'd be doing. If you're not in that mindset, then you're not going to be. Then of course you're not going to be moving, or not going to be coming back. I guess you're not going to be coming back to the community if you're not in the mindset.
Yeah.
All right.